Saturday, Christmas comes early.
Unbelievable! Welcome to this incredible scene.
Bills.
To the end zone!
Chargers.
It's a touchdown!
An exclusive NFL game.
That's fantastic!
Live in primetime.
Wow!
Only on Peacock.
With a Christmas gift to their fans.
They're having some fun now.
Bills versus Chargers. Saturday, 7:30 Eastern. Exclusively on Peacock.
This episode is brought to you by Google Pixel, the official fan phone of the NBA and WNBA. The new Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro are built different. How? Take the Audio Magic Eraser tool. It helps block out distracting crowd noise so your play-by-play commentary sounds crystal clear. The only phone engineered by Google brings out the audio you care about so your videos sound as crisp as they look. Learn more at googlestore.com/pixelnba. Audio Magic Eraser requires Google Photos app. May not work on all audio elements.
'Tis the season to shine with H&M. Discover the holiday collection and find fashionable pieces for your wardrobe or for under the tree. Get inspired and dazzle with this year's glam. From tuxedo styles, bow detailed pieces, impressive prints, and more. From unforgettable looks to unforgettable gifts. With fashion finds to home decor, find it all at H&M. Treat your loved ones and yourself this season. Shop in-store or at hm.com.
The holidays are a time to feel and create joy. And what could be more joyous than the look on her face as she unwraps a stunning new jewelry piece from Blue Nile? How about getting 50% off your purchase? Blue Nile offers premium quality, priced below traditional retail. Their online experts are available 24/7 to answer any questions and make sure you've picked the perfect gift. For a limited time, you can get 50% off at BlueNile.com. That's 50% off at BlueNile.com.
My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking.
This is That Bell, back at it again with Kansas City Soccer Journal, Shades of Blue podcast. With me, I have Robert Russert, David Greenwald, and our very special guest tonight, Seth Sinovic, MLS Cup champion 2013, hometown guy. How you doing, Seth?
You forgot to say washed up, but yeah, I'm doing good. Appreciate you guys having me. It's I'm excited for this weekend and the game, and I think there's a few guys coming from that 2013 MLS Cup team, so excited to see some guys I haven't seen in a while.
We still expect you to come out of retirement and play left back any day now.
Oh man, I get a kick out of the occasional tweet like that. That's pretty funny. Never gonna happen, but I enjoy it nonetheless. So,
all right. How about you? You said you're gonna enjoy seeing. You're gonna get to hang out with those guys.
Yeah, got a few little events planned throughout the weekend. I think we may go hit up Top Golf, and there's a tournament going on Chicken and Pickle on Friday night up in North Kansas City, and just a lot of opportunities to do that, and probably go out to Compass Minerals a little bit before the game, I think. And just kind of making a weekend of it, and it'll be good. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of those guys in a long time, so it'll be good to see them.
Do you keep in touch with them?
I keep in touch with a decent amount of guys. Besler, I see all the time here in Kansas City. I'm still pretty close to them. I'll talk with Tim Melia, who wasn't on the team, but he's a guy I keep in touch with quite a bit. I'll see Zusi from time to time, occasionally text with Chance. Jimmy Nielsen, I'll see from time to time. So a decent amount, yeah.
So of all those who came in, Seth, who was the one that surprised you the most that came in for this weekend?
Well, I don't know why this surprised me so much, but I believe Lawrence Olam's coming in, and
nice.
I always really like Lowe. He's a good dude, and one of my favorite guys from that team. But excited to see him, and that's the first one that comes to mind, I would say. Oh, I'd say I should take that back. Ike and Benny I see quite a bit too. I don't know why I forgot to mention that, but as far as guys I don't see too often, excited to see Lawrence, and I'm sure there's a few I'm missing as well. So.
Wouldn't have won the cup without him coming in for Uri there. So
yeah, yep, that is true. Very true.
Yeah. He fit in a lot of different roles for the team, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he's kind of a jack of all trades, and seemed to always step up and, be able to play whatever role he was called into and did it well. So, he was a huge part of that team.
I was just watching a little bit ago the tweet that came out with you guys kind of covering the playoffs there.
Oh yeah,
but that goal you scored, man, that's actually still one of my favorite pictures I took. You sliding in, and there's a security guard just like shaking the fists and all happy. So
yeah, I'm glad they had a close up on that one because I think Uri was the only one that came over and celebrated with me because we just tied the game up essentially. So like there wasn't really much to celebrate. We still had 20 minutes left in the game and a regulation or whatever it was, and then overtime on top of that. So it was, I don't know, it probably wasn't the best time to go do a sliding celebration in the corner, but it was pretty fun. So,
but hey, Seth, before that, Agudelo undercut you hard, man.
Yeah,
you got up and you ran about 40 yards to get onto the end of that Colin Long switch and that Zuzi header. What was the inspiration? Was the crowd driving you, or just the fact that New England had gone up aggregate not too long before that, or what was the drive there?
Yeah, I for whatever reason, I kind of lose my position and just kind of go a little bit rogue when we're down a goal and the game's getting a little bit down to the wire. It kind of happened the year before against Houston. I oddly scored in that game as well. But I remember that game. I was in the box for the last 20 minutes of the game because we were trying to get another goal, and kind of felt that instinct coming along in the New England game as well. And it really just happened to be a perfectly timed play. I mean, Colin played a long ball over the top, which, not always the best route, but it happened to work out well. And Zusi won a great header, and it was, just a luckily well-timed run. And I think I caught Reese off guard by hitting it first time. So kind of a perfect scenario there.
So that was your thought the whole time.
Strike.
Yeah, that was your thought the whole time on hitting this first time.
I didn't think I had a chance to take a touch on it, and it just sat up so nice. And I just went for it. Reese is probably closing me down if I take a touch, or I think Chad Barrett was kind of on my back shoulder there, and he probably would have chased me down unless I took the absolute perfect touch. So I just, from what I remember, didn't really think I had a chance other than that. So
there you go.
Yep.
Well, Seth, we're going to talk about the playoff run and what happened on the pitch, but I've got some questions about off the pitch stuff.
Okay.
With that team. So, famously, Aurelian Collin had his own clothing line.
AC78.
And some might describe him as stylish, depending on your feeling about jorts. But you also founded a clothing line, did you not?
A little bit different. Besler and I have along with a few other guys, Ryan Van Gotham and Stephen Chireman, clothing a line called States, and it's more of a lifestyle brand, I'd say. We're mainly clothing, but trying to provide more of a kind of give soccer its due. The thought process behind it is, you've got your major companies that soccer is kind of an afterthought, and they're more focused on, the basketball and football and things like that. We just wanted to, kind of give soccer its due and make it more relevant for people that are big soccer fans. So
free plug, states.soccer is where they can find
states.soccer. Yep.
Okay.
www.states.soccer. Yep.
So here's the question though. Who's more stylish, you or Aurelian?
Oh man, that's I'm definitely gonna say Aurelian, or at least he likes to think that he is. But I'm gonna give you the PC answer and say everybody's got their own style. So it's in the eye of the beholder. So yeah.
No, this is not a PC. You don't have to be PC. He's not gonna listen.
Yeah, if you're talking like pure fashion or what people might consider fashion, of course Aurelian's got more style than I do. But I'm biased towards our clothes, so it fits more what I like to wear than what he would like to wear. So again, I think it's up to your type of style, but I tend to like the stuff that we offer a little bit better than the AC78 line. So
does he give you a discount on his stuff?
I don't know if I've ever gotten his stuff before. I think he gave out some stuff early on, and this is just me being a bad friend and a bad teammate. I'm not sure that line is still going on for him, but I should check into that a little bit.
Is he in town this weekend?
I'd have to pull up the list. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't think so because he's coaching probably.
Yeah, I think you're right. I've got a list in here somewhere, but I got to back.
Well, while we're talking about
Yeah.
Kansas City striker Aurelian Cullen, what is your favorite story about Aurelian? I mean, he's the guy it's kind of, everybody looks at as kind of an oddball in a sense, kind of a wild guy. What's your favorite Aurelian Cullen story?
So you guys, sounds like you guys have an idea of what Aurelian's like, but yeah, he is outgoing and flamboyant and like boisterous and genuinely the nicest person you will ever meet. Like, he does not have a negative bone in his body, and you see him on the field and he gets pretty passionate and enthused, and he'll argue things, but he's genuinely one of the nicer people you'll ever run into. So I think, I don't know if I've got like other than like his fashion sense that is very different than mine. I don't have a like great story to tell about him. He was just an unbelievable guy, an unbelievable teammate, got along with everybody, brought a lot of energy and passion to the team and to the group. And yeah, always a good guy in the locker room. Really, really enjoyed Aurelian.
So Seth, just to follow up, that team had some real personalities. You got Baby Dom Dwyer, Kai was there for a while, Roger, AC, Benny. Who had the best trash talk during training, and who had the best trash talk on the pitch, like during games?
Oh man.
How do you know it wasn't Seth?
I am not putting you in it's not just those guys. I mean, there's plenty of other guys on that team. You can pick anyone. Maybe White Puma had a lot to say.
No, God, so the Benny, Ike, and I had we were doing that rewatch the other day that I think Thad was alluding to, and yeah, we were just talking about how much we really enjoyed that group and the locker room. We really did have a good locker room. I would say Dom probably talked the most. That's just kind of his personality. He kind of likes to, especially if you're playing against him, likes to poke at you and get under your skin. Not so much, with his own teammates, but that's something you'd notice in games. He is not afraid to poke the bear, so to speak.
But Seth, he's great friends with the media, though.
Dom?
I'm kidding.
Oh yeah. He had his moment. I remember that. Dom's a good guy too. I don't have anything negative to say about Dom. He was a great teammate and big personality, but great teammate, and a guy that you want on your team as opposed to the other way around. So, God, I'm trying to think about trash talkers. Benny, I don't know if I'd say Benny's a trash talker unless you're talking about him and Kyle Beckerman, but Benny's just a talker in general. He's one of those guys that's always right, and even if he's wrong, he's going to argue that he's right. So that's just, that's a competitive trait, competitive personality, sometimes annoying trait that he's got. But yeah, Benny was a big talker. Yeah, I'd have to think about that a little bit. I'm looking at our list of guys that are going to be in town for it, but none of those guys were big talkers. Jimmy Nielsen wasn't really a talker. Jimmy was just a great locker room guy, and Jimmy was the veteran of the group. That whole group was a bunch of probably 25, 26 and under guys for the most part, I would say. And Jimmy was definitely the vet of the group, but always had a way to fit in with everybody, and it was just an awesome captain, awesome locker room guy. It really was a special group as far as locker room is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy come in, did bring that leadership, that captain. He's a great captain. But let's look at today. You've got Zeller Ryans that come in and players like that, and those guys raise the level of a squad. Talk about when Feilhaber joined the club. Back in was it 2012? I believe it was. Were the tail end, or was it 2013? I don't exactly remember, but how did he change the club as far as just bringing it to another level?
Yeah, well, the funny thing is I don't know if Benny fully found his footing until the playoffs. He didn't, I forget when he started, but he didn't start the first playoff game, if I recall. And I want to say either he didn't start the game in New England and then came on and played well, or came on and played well in our home game against New England and then started against Houston. But so yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that Benny was one of the most or the most talented guy on the team. He just kind of brought a different view of the game on the field and a different type of attacking presence, and saw the game in ways that some of our attacking players didn't. And it was just it was a good balance to have with, we had speed, we had power, we had technical guys up top, but I don't know if anybody really had the vision that Benny did. So I think that was the element that Benny brought to the game that really kind of took us over the top. But to that point, yeah, I don't think he really made us that big of an imprint until the playoffs. And then the next year, I think it was 2014, is when he really kind of took off and established himself as the one of the guys, if not the guy, attacking wise for our team. So,
do you feel like it was the mustache that gave him the power?
Yeah, he'd probably like to think so.
He probably had the biggest. He had the biggest assortment of different hairs and mustaches of anybody.
Yeah,
they were all great. They were all terrific.
Yeah.
Seth, a minute ago you were talking about, who were the talkers, and you said Benny, he's got that competitive thing, but also it can sometimes be an annoying trait.
Yeah.
You've known Matt Besler since 1990, what year?
95, 94, something like that.
It's safe to say you guys have known each other for a very long time. You're good friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is Matt Besler's most annoying trait?
Oh man. That's really tough. I don't know if he's got one. And this is like, he's kind of like I don't know. He's just kind of like the hometown, like Kansas boy. Like he just gets along with everybody. He's I don't know if this is portrayed as well as maybe it should be, but he is extremely intelligent. And he gets people. He understands how to relate to, different spectrums within just completely different spectrums of people. He can be great with two people that are complete polar opposites, and which is why he was such a good captain for such a long time, because you got to be able to relate to different guys in the locker room. And he's just, I don't really have, the annoying thing is probably that he's good at so many different things, whether it's like ping pong or golf or, basketball or soccer. I mean, he's just good at everything. And sometimes people can find that annoying, especially when I can't beat him at ping pong. But no, I can't really think of a negative thing to say about him. He's just all around good person. And again, speaks to the type of group we had in that locker room for that year.
So it's not nagging everyone to get into pickleball?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But that's the thing. Like, he goes and he's crushing it at pickleball, and like he's good at pickleball, and he's good at what he does for chicken and pickle. So man, he's just good at everything that he does. He's just he's one of those guys that just like gets it. And I know that's kind of a cliche or general thing to say, but like, whether it's business or school or soccer or whatever it is, he just kind of gets it. So,
well, he's smart enough to have you as a left back for how many ever years, right?
There you go. Yeah.
You all heard it here first. Besler chews loudly and cheats at Monopoly. That's the spin we're putting on the article. That's going to be the headline.
Yeah. There you go.
As you could tell, you don't have to take David too seriously.
No, I want, like, the people want to know the inside scoop. We all know what happened on the field. The people need to know, like, who had the best music in the locker room and who had the worst choice of music in the locker room.
So like, one thing that Matt was really good at is like on away trips, we've eaten a million meals. Like, we've got your morning breakfast, you've got dinner. Most of the time we'll get in the night before a game, we'll have a dinner. and or we'll go out to dinner during preseason or something like that. And he's the guy that has like the quirky game, like at the dinner table or something like that, or the quirky Q&A type things. And just very good at bringing guys together. My dog is eating a bone right now. Sorry.
Hey, I feel you there. My dog is constantly annoying me.
Yeah. But yeah, I wish I had some dirt to give on him. But unfortunately I don't.
So Seth, when did you get married?
When did I get married?
Yeah, what year?
2017.
2017. Okay, so I can ask this question then.
He didn't even pause, by the way, for the record. And hopefully Mrs. Sinovic listened. He didn't even hesitate for a second.
Mine's easy. It's we all have to get married in December because that's off season.
Right.
So 12 and then 16, 17 is my date. So it's pretty easy.
All right. So here's the question. So you won Open Cup in 2012, and then you win MLS Cup 2013. Which one got you more dates?
Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You might say all kinds of stuff when things go wrong, but these are the words you really need to remember. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. They've got options to fit your unique insurance needs, meaning you can talk to your agent to choose the coverage you need, have coverage options to protect the things you value most, file a claim right on the State Farm mobile app, and even reach a real person when you need to talk to someone. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Introducing Royal Caribbean's newest ship, Icon of the Seas, the ultimate family vacation. The ultimate 6 slides, 8 neighborhoods, 0 compromise vacation. The ultimate never done that, can't wait to do it vacation. The ultimate chillin' by a different pool every day of the week vacation. This is the Icon of Vacations. Icon of the Seas, arriving in 2024. Book today. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Ships Registry, Bahamas.
I'll tell you a funny story. So after 2013 MLS Cup, so that was December of 13.
Yeah.
The first date I went on with my wife, we went and got coffee, and the first question she asked me when she figured out what I played for Sporting was, "Are you guys any good?" And this was literally like a month and a half after we won MLS Cup. I was like, "Well, yeah, we had a pretty good year last year." So that's kind of my story with my wife. And I don't know, I love Sporting fans and love everybody that supports Sporting, but it's sometimes nice to kind of like step away from the soccer side of things. And that was something I really enjoyed. It was just her not being super involved on the soccer side of things and just kind of having to step away from the soccer world. So yeah.
You did convert her though, right?
Oh yeah, she's a huge fan. She'll be at the game on Saturday, and she'll have her jersey on and all that. So yeah, I've converted her.
I remember talking to her in the hallway when you guys were walking out one time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's I mean, less so than when I was playing, but yeah, she still keeps an eye on it for sure.
So, in that run up, I think in the Eastern Conference Final, Tech-9 played. And you guys obviously throughout the years, not just 2013, got to meet some other like local celebrities. And, did any of them, you think, get hooked on the game after meeting you all and become like big fans?
I don't know about that. Well, Tech-9, here's Besler couldn't get a high five from Tech-9 when we were walking out on the field. I don't know if you guys knew that, but as we're like walking out with the ball girls and ball boys, Besler like got left hanging by Tech-9 as he walked by. But there's a good story from that game. No, I don't think so, but it is fun to see. Like Mahomes obviously is a big soccer guy. Brittany Mahomes is very into soccer, obviously part owner of the Current, like Mahomes is of Sporting. And I don't know, it's just fun to see when you get, Chiefs players or Royals players, coming out to games and watching the games like we would to go watch them. So the club is doing something right. It's an exciting atmosphere, and you owe a lot of that to the fans for bringing that atmosphere and people wanting to come to the games, whether you're huge soccer fans or not. So that's pretty cool to see.
Do you have any like big after parties with those guys?
I cannot say that I have hung out with Mahomes or Kelsey or any of those guys. Not had that opportunity yet.
All right. What's like, I mean, it's like, the really common question, but what kind of memory stands out from the Cup year?
Lots of stuff. Personally, the New England goal is one that that always kind of stands out for me.
How important it was in former team?
I didn't really care about that. There was enough years removed from that. I don't really hold grudges like that, but maybe I should. Maybe it'd make for a more interesting conversation, or kind of like you did proving them wrong type of thing. God, it just seems like so long ago. I just remember that being such. I've said this 100 times already, but it was a really good locker room. And granted, that was a couple years into my career, but I don't remember it having a better locker room than those first few years here in Kansas City. We were all young guys. Majority of the guys were younger and had a lot of similar interests, and we got to hang out a lot, whether it's going out after a game or just whatever it was. It was a really fun group, and a group that got along really, really well. And that I can tell you from experience, that does not always happen on an every year basis.
So after you won MLS Cup, then Seth, there's got to be, some stories about the celebration. How late were you guys up till the next day? What happened in the aftermath of winning the Cup?
I know we all went out to Westport after.
Okay.
And I can't remember the place we went to. Yeah, I can't remember what place we went to. Westport was this was before they started like closing down. I mean, it's all blocked off now, but we're probably roaming around Westport quite a bit. And yeah, it was a good time. I know it was a very late night. I had some friends in town from college, so it was really fun to hang out with them, and it's a lot more fun to celebrate than to kind of go out and be depressed all night from losing an MLS Cup. But no, it was a really good time. I do remember that. My brother and sister were in town as well. So anyone and everyone that was wanting to celebrate was out in Westport with us that night. So that was a lot of fun.
Is Seth a beer or whiskey drinker, or where are you at, man?
I am now probably a little bit more of a whiskey drinker. Back then I was a beer guy, and I was kind of known as the guy that like bought rounds of shots, which
so
I was kind of getting things
my
going
kind of guy
person. Yeah, I don't think I could do that anymore. The great thing about Kansas City is like you buy 10 shots or something like that, it's like $50. I spent 2 years in Boston and did that a couple times in Boston, and buy 10 shots like $250. Just Kansas City was great for that. So but yeah, that was kind of my role early on.
Now, don't hate me for this question, anyone, please. But does it piss you off, number one, that players get paid more these days than you like they did in your time? And does it piss you off that you didn't get to play against Messi?
No, it doesn't piss me off that I didn't get to play against Messi. I feel good about the fact that I played against Donovan, Beckham, Ibrahimovic, Henry. Those are I feel pretty good about that.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good lineup. Yeah,
against Messi. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I feel pretty. I mean, Henry was a guy that I grew up watching, in his Arsenal heyday, and one of my favorite players. So that was probably the highlight as far as big time players of guys that I went up against. As far as getting paid more, I mean, sure, I'd love to be paid more. I probably could have gotten paid more if I, decided not to be at Sporting for as long as I did, but I loved being at Sporting, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, and loved the experiences, loved the players, loved the coaches, loved the fans. And it's just the natural progression of professional sports, right? I mean, the longer the league's around, the more money there's going to be there. I would love to play baseball and get 10-year, $300 million guaranteed contracts, or basketball where you're a, 6th or 7th guy on the roster and you're making 54 million guaranteed over 4 years or whatever it is. Like, it's just soccer. MLS is going to get to that point at some point. And I don't really dwell on that too much. It's kind of the nature of it. And I think it's great because from what soccer used to be growing up, when it was the Wiz and the Wizards to what it is now, like, I think that's awesome to be a part of that transition. And I'm all for it, for guys getting as much as they can and for the league growing as much as possible. And I like to think that I had some part in that history. So it's just cool to say that I had that opportunity.
Oh, you played a big part in that, man. If we can't get you to come out of the stands to play left back again, can we get you to come, like, maybe help Benny coach?
I don't know. It sounds like Benny and Ike are doing pretty good right now. They're 4th place, and they have a big game this weekend, or had a big game recently.
They from when we record this, they are probably in Austin right now, getting ready to play tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, that's it. And from what I recall, it's a big game. But yeah, no, they don't need my help. Benny's smart, and Ike is a good balance for Benny. So it's I mean, they're both very very wise soccer minds, and Benny's right no matter what you tell him. So he's good. So
okay, well, let's aim lower. Let's aim lower. Our host, who's not here right now, Cody, has a kickball team on Thursdays. Do you think you'd be willing to sub and help Cody's kickball team win their rec league?
I would say no, only because I'm probably 2 to 3 years removed, or 2 to 3 years away from playing competitive soccer or doing anything kicking. I'm trying not to get injured going back and playing soccer. I have been asked by Nate Bucati numerous times to play on his men's league team, as well as a few other men's league teams from his friends. And I just, soccer is not appealing to me right now. I'm too afraid of like tearing an ACL or something like that. I stick to pick up basketball, which is probably just as likely to get injured, but for whatever reason, soccer scares me right now. So
is it just refreshing to kind of be away from it for now, for a few years?
Yes. I've definitely,
that was no hesitation, man.
No, I was definitely burnt out towards the end there. So, it's nice to be able to do something different and have different experiences.
I got to say, you just look a lot. I don't know if say happier is the right word, but I'll go with that. You look happier, more relaxed, just more at peace. Because there are times you were looking a little haggard. Just probably that struggle to always get playing time and all that.
I think my stress level has dropped about, on a scale from 1 to 10, when I was probably like an 8 or a 9, I'm probably at like a 2 or a 3 now. So, yeah.
Well, also, I mean, look, bombing up and down that pitch repeatedly in 100-degree heat and in like -5-degree cold has got to be some bullshit.
It's I will take the -5-degree cold over the heat any day. I'll tell you that much. So,
well, MLS Cup 2013 was notoriously the coldest MLS Cup. I think it still has the record for the coldest of all time, right?
It's 18 degrees is what I remember, I think, but yeah.
Something ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Who complained the most about the cold?
Oh, Lawrence. Day? It's not even close. that dude complained about the cold more than anybody I've ever met. He hated the cold. So, yeah.
Should have heard some of the photographers whine.
Well, I don't blame him, because standing still in that, I don't care how many layers you have on, standing still compared to running around, it's not even close. Like it is the worst being in those conditions and not being able to move very much. Once we got running around, outside of the ball being just a stone, like complete cold rock, the actual running around and stuff, that was fine. That didn't bother me.
One of my lenses never recovered from that game.
I bet. Yeah.
All right, we only have a couple minutes left. Any last questions for Seth, or any last prophetic statements you want to throw out there?
I have two, one more serious than the other. So we'll start with the non-serious one. if you could contract any team from MLS, why is it St. Louis? Give me the top 3 reasons.
So it wouldn't be St. Louis.
Thank you, Seth. Both Thad and I are.
The reason I say that
St. Louisans.
I have family and friends in St. Louis. There's things I really like about St. Louis. There's things I really, really, really dislike about St. Louis. But no, I think in the long run, I think Kansas City fans are going to be pretty excited to have St. Louis as a rival and vice versa. I think that's going to be obviously the first round didn't go as well as Sporting would have liked, but I think long run, I think that's going to be awesome for the league and just another opportunity for 2 cities that are similar in a lot of ways, but hate each other in a lot of ways to kind of go at it. And I don't think we get enough of it with the Royals and Cardinals. And it's just a completely different type of atmosphere too. So I think that's another positive to it. So, as far as the team contracting, I was
only looking for St. Louis.
Yeah. Then, I'll stay away from my other answers here then. But, yeah.
Well, I think we're running out of time for my other question.
All right.
Well, hey, all I wanted to say was probably what Thad's going to say. Somewhat sorry, Thad, if I step on you, but seriously, Seth, you were, a integral part of that club for many years. We love seeing you out there, and we're rooting for you all the time. And we haven't replaced you still, man.
No, I appreciate it. I had an incredible time, incredible journey playing at Sporting, and I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly. And I am extremely thankful for all the people that I met along the way, players, fans, coaches, ownership who just invested so much into the club and still does. And it's just an awesome club. And I've played at a couple different ones, whether it was trial or actually playing, and there's nothing that compares, at least in my experience. So it's special. And you guys make it special. Players, like I said, fans, coaches, everybody makes it special. So it's a big, you guys are just as much a part of the club as I am. And I don't just say that just to, be a cliche or anything like that. I genuinely mean that. So I appreciate you guys a lot.
We appreciate that, Seth. And we're going up against a very hard stop here shortly. So
okay.
Appreciate the time, man, and thanks. And hopefully we can get you on again just to chat, man. And
shoot me a text. Happy to come on whenever.
Cool. Thanks.
Thanks, Seth.
We are out.
Thanks.
Sipping back on a can. I don't give a damn if it's 9 a.m. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer, whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking. Just been sent off. Some point strong and ball gone soft. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking.